Well, hello there, boys and girls, and welcome back to the channel. Thought I was done with hobby stuff. No, I still mess with hobby stuff, and I still pick up tools to review and things like that. Today, as you can tell from the title, I ended up picking up a new pair of nippers from a company called RUIT. I think that's how it's ended up pronouncing, R-U-I-T. But RUITOOL, and I actually ended up finding these by accident. I found them on Amazon for some woodworking tools that I ended up picking up that I'll be reviewing a little bit later on. A doweling jig, what else is there? Oh, a saw. And I was scrolling through what else that they had, and they had some nippers, and piqued my curiosity, and they were super cheap, like around $15 cheap. And as you guys know, I have some nippers. Like, I have some nippers. This isn't even all of them. Like, there's nippers downstairs for doing the cat's toes, the wife's hooves. Yeah, I've got nippers all over the freaking place. Some of them are broken because, well, they've been used to nip things that shouldn't be nipped, and other just around for uses. So I ended up picking this up just to show you guys. Figured why the hell not, and we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's jump down the table, take a look at these, and I will give you my thoughts and let you know that if they're worth actually, I think last time I checked they were $15.99, and then there was an additional like 10-15% off. So if they're any good, just be a hell of a buy, just for, even if they're just kind of what I would consider junkers, for nipping heavy pieces. So let's jump down the table. So as I said, I have a lot of nippers. These are the Robot Kai ones, the Hobby Mio ones that I got from Robot Kai. The Vulcan Heavy, I forgot what brand these are. Not the God Hands, the dspiae. These are the dspiae ones. These are the Mad Works. These are the God Hands. And these are a no name from China that I ended up picking up randomly. And like I said, I also have the Volks nippers, which are my godly nippers, which never leave the rack over there unless I really need them. I probably have about 20 more pair of these. So here we are with the RUITOOL. You've got some logo up here. Box is very plain. Has a 5 on here. I don't know if that means that this is like the 5th tool in their line. Because like I said, a majority of their stuff is all like woodworking craft tools. So pulling off the top, it's a nice heavy cardboard box, and thank God, because Amazon was not nice to this package. You get a little instruction manual, product manual. Don't know why you need a product manual, but it tells you how to use the nippers. And you got some parts on here, how to and how not to use them. Limit lever, spring. These are your basic layout, like all the others. You get a wiping tool for cleaning the blades, I guess. A lot of foam. Like there is a lot more foam here than needs to be. There's a cutout here for, like, there's supposed to be something in here, but there's not something in there. Kind of curious. I wonder if they have another one planned. You get the regular like pleather case. I think everybody just does that with them because that's what I've done. Let's see here. And keep in mind, I haven't opened these. These are the first time, though. I have a feeling that my wife will probably steal these because of the purple handle. But I do like that every one of them have different color handles. That way I can separate them. It does say RUIT number, RM, and I can't read the rest of that. This is probably what the wipey tool is worth for, because it is oiled. You do have the stop on there. And so I'm going to be honest. I have a 5,000 watt light, like right here. When I hold the blades together, I do see that the tip and the base come together quicker, if that's even a proper term. But these, they're not double-edged. Taking a look at them, they're not double-edged, and I actually prefer a double-edged nipper. But I actually prefer that. When you get up close, there is like a little hang, but I think that has to do with the spring mechanism just getting worn in. They don't go out too far. Of course, there's a stop to keep it from going too far. They're about the same size as all these others. So if you have an average hand, mine is not average. Mine is larger than normal. So, but they are pretty comfortable. Let me see if I can find a piece of plastic laying around here, which I'm sure I have something somewhere. We'll use this because I haven't finished building this guy. These are sprues for the Optimus Prime. And let's take a look. So I am going to, and I can't get the camera any closer, so I apologize for that. Though I might be able to shed some light on here. That adds a little more light. All right, so we're gonna nip that there. And I am not nipping on the line, so this blade is fractionally thin. Like thin though. But it is super thin. So definitely use caution. I am going slow. It does seem to cut pretty well. And I'm trying to get up to a piece where I can do it this way. So it's not a razor cut. Let's see what happens when I do this. I know. Here's the test. Can I cut through that without breaking it? I can. And how clean is that cut? So you get a little marking. So you can kind of see on there. I mean, it cut it nice and flush, but you get some coloration, like almost pull marks in the center there. But ultimately, not too bad. I don't know the longevity of these, how long they will end up lasting. But I can tell you, for the price point, buy two. Like, buy two pair, have one pair as a backup. That way, when you nick the blade, because you're going to, you have a second backup pair, and then these can be your junker, resin, whatever. That's what I end up doing. Like, there is a tier of nippers that I have. I have brand new shiny ones that I use for clean nipping. And then as they get worn out, things like that, either I sharpen them or they get nicks and stuff in the blade and they turn into cat nail trimmers, or toenail trimmers, fingernail trimmers, or resin, like chip off chunks. All right, guys, that was it. I did not want this to be a long video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I feel like I sped through it, but I don't know. Yeah, nippers, $14 plus 10 or 15% off, whatever it is. It's a good deal in my book. That blade is super thin though. Like, I would not try and do resin with these. Definitely plastics. I would stay away from the harder plastics, just regular Bandai plastics, and not bootleg plastics. Let's put it that way. Regular plastics, the softer plastics, styrene plastics, these will work fine. That one blade is super thin. I feel like if I push on that hard enough, I could bend it. I'm not going to try to, but yeah, the blades line up clean. And then it's a single edged. I would, for myself, I like a double edge. That way I don't end up getting like this you get about halfway through and it kind of twists and tears almost. And you get that, if you're painting it, it doesn't matter that you get that discoloration in the center of your piece that you're trimming off. Plus, you're not trimming pieces that are that big normally anyway. You're trimming off little bits of sprue, but I like where it comes in and you get that cut in the center. It always seems to be a little cleaner and it just feels better in the hand for me. It just kind of slices through nice and clean. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be a link to these down below. It of course is an affiliate link. It helps me out a little bit because I make no money on this channel. I don't really care. I do this for fun. It is not an income for me. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, definitely check out that link below. If you're looking for some oddball like wood saws and stuff like that, check them out too, because they're super cheap on that and they're really well made. I got some reviews coming on stuff like that. And of course, the woodworking channel is going to be taking off here shortly with a bunch more reviews and projects. I have a lot of projects in mind outside. I will talk to you guys all in the next one. Have a great one. Peace.